When great events happen in the UAE, of course they're going to be covered on Zee Connect Season 5, your guide to the most happening events in town. Namaste, salam, sat sri akal, मैं हूँ शावली और इस वक्त हम हैं at Emirates Golf Club and today we have a whole lot of entertainment packed for you. करते हैं शुरुआत by checking what's trending on the social media in our segment What's Buzzing.
In our first story for What's Buzzing, we have Carol and Dave, a cute couple from England who danced on this song from the Indian movie Queen on their wedding day, catching all the guests off guard. Soon, everyone joined the couple on the London Tumukda song along with the bridesmaid. This story is running on most social networking sites and internet news pages and has been shared numerous times. Our second story features Zee Lee, who is a creative illustrator and has come up with some very interesting ways to entertain you with his art. Zee Lee is presenting his words as image collection that has a hint of what the word represents, like this word elevator, that also symbolizes going up and down at the same time. Highly appreciated by everyone, this story has hence gone viral on the internet.
The Meredien Village Garhood has recently added another jewel to its crown by launching a restaurant called Mahec. So those of you who love to dine out and love to try Indian cuisine, this is the place to be.
We are an Indian restaurant serving North Indian cuisine. It was based on a theme from UK, which is where I am from. Instead of just being an Indian restaurant, we have added the lounge concept where people, the youngsters especially of Dubai, can come and watch the sports facilities and also have a lounge facility which is done in a way that is on the ground floor where we got parking. And also we're open till 3 o'clock in the mornings.
See, this time what we have planned is we are going to have a lot of acts, lot of shows, comedy, stand-ups, and we're gonna start as a lounge also because it's up till now it was just a restaurant.
See, I'm a vegetarian. So veg, I tried kofta over here yesterday. We tried kofta over here.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. So yeah, for veg kofta and chicken non-veg, I think Mr. Kamlesh will tell you.
There is a lot of chicken items here and also lamb is amazing here. So one must try non-veg here.
keep keep this episode memorable as well, I think it's now time for us to take a break. We'll take a quick break and be back on Zee Connect Season 5. Thank you for joining us once again on Zee Connect. Dubai's property market is growing by the day and property builders are making the most of it. Aziz Developments has recently launched its 350 million dirham project called Royal Bay Residence at Palm Jumeirah. It has about 90 luxury boutique fully serviced apartments. Let's take a look.
I'd like to start off by introducing the Aziz Group, where Aziz Developments is a subsidiary of the Aziz Group. And first of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Aziz, who is the founder and the chairman of the Aziz Group.
Ladies and gentlemen, with great pleasure, I announce to you and unveil our flagship product on the Palm Jumeirah.
The Aziz Development is based in Dubai. Our headquarters are here, and it's a company that has done construction and developments in many parts of the world, including Afghanistan, in Kabul, in Dubai, in Frankfurt, in Germany. We've done it in Kazakhstan, in Uzbekistan, we've done it in Turkmenistan, in a lot of places. When we start a project, we look at what the market needs today, and that's what the market needs. So, and we'll like to make sure that when a client walks into our office, they leave satisfied, so that if somebody wants a property that's a bit economical, we can have the Ajman project. If they want middle class, we have Al Furjan. If they want high end, then we have the Palm. But in the Palm, even the very wealthy, they don't want to spend on 10,000 square foot apartments. They want to get a smaller one, but they want to be on the Palm, and that's what we've been catering. Royal Bay is a very special project, as you can see. It has a view from every apartment. Every room has a view, and most of the kitchen have a view, and some of the bathroom even have a view of the sea. And it has a lot of facilities where the other properties on the Palm does not have it, such as most of the properties on the Palm are hotel apartments. So the property is being hugely busy with visitors. There will be a lot of people coming in. You don't know your neighbors, who they are, who they are. This one is a purely residential property, but with the hotel services. So you know your neighbors, you become their friends. You know that you can live here with your children and your wife and your kids. You don't have to be thinking that you're in a hotel environment, which is actually sometimes not the most convenient way to live with your family.
Our philosophy is to under-promise and over-deliver, and that hits a sensitive spot for a lot of investors in the off-plan sector. We don't want our clients to feel that their money is fueling our construction. So we will construct, and ask for payment. This minimizes any type of risk for an investor. This allows the maximum profit to be forwarded to the investor. We are looking to grow with our investors. We are a company that takes pride in our developments. We don't want to leave not one stone unturned. We want to think about our path and where we're going before we come to the market. The recreation areas are going to be absolutely amazing. It's something that I don't want to speak out, of course, but if you know the philosophy of what we do, as I said before, 25% of the plot is built up. It's a private beach plot, and 75% is for your leisure destination. Let your imagination run wild. Only you will be able to know where and how we do what we do.
अब घर की बात हो गई है तो खाने पीने की भी बात कर ही लेते हैं. The region's biggest ever cooking competition, Foodshala, is about to kickstart in April. And of course, we were there to bring you all the glimpses of the recently held editions. We landed at the Horizon International School and spoke to the judges and the participants.
Season 5 is very, very different because In season 5, what we're doing is it's not just a regular cook-off, just a regular cookery competition, but we're also trying to educate people into cooking techniques, into not using artificial food. So it's called Foodshala. So it's actually like a learning that we're trying to give our contestants, where we're trying to get them to be a little more progressive, a little more proactive when it comes to doing their research about where their meats are coming from, where their vegetables are coming from, where are these sourced, and not just blindly pick up things and, you know, not follow any sort of food fab or a food trend that's trending these days, but actually do a little bit more research and be aware and be educated about the food and about every morsel that they're sort of putting into their mouths.
This was very, very exciting for me. I had not planned this. I've worked the whole week, morning to evening, and then yesterday morning, when Friday magazine came last Friday, and I saw that, okay, we could get a fast track because of that, I said, I'm going to make something and take it. And I have been on a food journey for the last 3 to 4 years, where I've changed the way we eat and look at food. And I have won some other competitions and lost some, so I said I did want to try this. Today I prepared a dip, which is yogurt, cheese, and I add celery, spring onions, green peppers to that. And basically it was with, normally we serve it with either cucumber and carrots or with chips. But this time I wanted to make a flatbread, which was something different. So for the first time I tried this. I made a bread which has chocolate, but it's savory, and it is with garam masala, chocolate, cinnamon, and things like that.
I made a mithas katori where I made tarts. They were filled with paneer kheer and cheese dumplings, and then I served it with the jalebi strands and amras flavored puris and compote and rabdi.
Early morning today I woke up, first thing I did is I started preparing my dishes, presentations and everything. Then we came here, I was the, I think so, 5th contestant to be here, so I'm early morning, I'm in the Foodshala unit. So very excited, and I feel because it's been hard for me, it's not just a cooking. So I want to make sure that I need to take my cooking interest and my hobby to the next level.
People have been bringing in very innovative dishes, but the one dish that caught my fancy was a girl who got in khandvi lasagna. Now this was a mix of taking Indian tradition and presenting it in an Italian manner. I thought that was fantastic.
We're still seeing many candidates, contestants to come over. We saw a positive reaction from the contestants and from the judges' point of view. We saw beautiful dishes and flavor, presentation. It's all very working properly. So we're very happy at the moment.
See, out of all the dishes, I would say they were fairly good. But one dish that really caught my eyes was done by a doctor. She had done a pancake with some kind of garnishing inside. So that was basically cooked in a designer fashion. So that was quite interesting recipe, the way she had done her sauce and oysters and explained it. She mixed cocoa with garam masala, which is a very extreme combination, but it impressed me. The taste was good, the plating was very nice. She'd used gold dust.
Don't forget to catch Foodshala Season 5 starting 2nd April every Saturday at 7:30 p.m. and on AND-TV at 8 p.m. Well, really, actually thinking about it, being a judge is so cool. You get to taste so many new dishes. And on that note, I'm going to take a quick snack break and be back right after this short break. Well, the Asia Cup may be over, but the cricket is still in news with the T20 World Cup around the corner. Well, वैसे तो मैच हारने के बाद हर कोई अपना जजमेंट पास करता है और क्रिकेट ज्ञान देता है, लेकिन only those legends who've been on the pitch and played under pressure know how it feels like. Recently, OSN held an evening called OSN's Cricket Legends at Emirates Golf Club, where great names like Graham Smith, Anil Kumble, Misbah-ul-Haq and Michael Vaughan came together and gave their views on the ongoing T20.
For a few weeks for the 2020 World Cup. We're going to be on a studio panel with myself, Anil Kumble, Michael Vaughan, Misbah-ul-Haq, obviously discussing the events around the competition and the tournament. Well, I mean, I think the hardest format is Test match cricket. I mean, that's where your skills will really be tested over a lengthy period of time. You know, bowlers are allowed to be more aggressive at you as a batter. You've got to work through a lot tougher conditions where. Now surfaces is about. I think the thing about T20 is that certainly as a batter, it's about taking risk. As a bowler, balancing attack with defence, it's one of those formats that if you can gain confidence, gain momentum, you really can really bounce on it and build from game to game. So, it's also a very difficult format to predict. Semi-finals is 4 teams, so it's a tough one. That's the tough thing about this format, and the exciting thing is that it's difficult to predict. I think everyone will at the moment say India are probably the favourites, being home competition for them. They play well there. They're suited to the conditions. They have been playing well of late. But I think teams like Australia, South Africa, England are a bit of an unknown. They've got a few dangerous players. So I think you can look across the whole top 8, and the groups are tough.
Most memorable, I guess 2005 Ashes was special for the England side. I mean, I was fortunate to be the captain and lucky enough to captain a really good side, and I guess to win the Ashes back for the first time in 18 years was probably, it was the pinnacle of my career, most enjoyable. But I kind of now have been at the game for 7 years. I look back and feel how fortunate I was to travel the world, play in all the different countries, play against some of the greats of the game, and won a few games along the way, scored a few runs as well, which was always nice. But I think we sometimes take it for granted when we're travelling the world playing the game that we don't realise how lucky we are. And I guess a few years once you've retired and sat back, had a time to relax at home, you realise how fortunate that I certainly was, playing cricket for 20 years, being paid for it. It was a hobby when I was 10, and I ended up playing for 15, 20 years, getting paid to do so. So I just think every opportunity that a professional gets to get out there, make sure you enjoy it, because one day it finishes and you have to get on with your life, and then you start to realise how fortunate you were doing what you did. So I guess it was just the 20 years playing the game. I just think India, I can't see beyond India for this tournament. I mean, they have every single box covered. They have that spirit, they have experience, they have variation. They have variation in batting with power, they have finesse, they have left hand, they have right hand, they have the finisher in Dhoni. I've always said that in T20 cricket, MS Dhoni's just got that sparkling of magic dust. He just can create a moment and finish a game, and there's not many players who can do that. And when you can call upon the likes of Ashwin, Jadeja, you've got Harbhajan Singh, the experience of Neera. I love Bumrah. I think he's been a revelation and a find. And also to go with that, you've got spirit. They have a togetherness and a youthfulness with experience, which is very dangerous within a cricket team. But, I see a few other teams that have that as well. I think England have got a great chance. They, for the first time in many, many years, probably since 1990, 92, that England had a spirit back then, and then we lost one-day cricket. We couldn't play it for many, many years, and I just think this set of England players have just started to play one-day cricket as it should be played, and they're all young, they're all spirited, so they'll be very challenging and they'll be hard to beat.
Yeah, we're very excited about announcing the broadcast coverage of the ICC World T20 Tournament live on OSN. Every game live and exclusive on our TV screens, available on our OTT platforms, and also available to the fans here in Dubai at the fan zone here at the Emirates Golf Club. It's a great way to experience the excitement of the T20 World Cup either on the television set or in the live environment of the fan zone here in Dubai. Tonight what we're doing is we're announcing our punditry team and the players, the former players, wonderful pundits that we've got working for us under the tutelage of Jim Rosenthal. They'll be announced here for the fans and be able to build a little bit of the excitement towards the tournament. You know, the tournament is underway now, and we get into the big end of the season now for the tournament. And tonight we'll just be announcing what the fans on television and indeed here in the fan zone can expect over the next 3 or 4 weeks. Fans can come here free of charge and watch the excitement of the big games and on the big screen and enjoy the surroundings of the OSN fan zone.
Obviously, it's a short format. You got no time to just go there and settle down, and you have to go there and perform and just express yourself. So that's the difference between the longer versions and T20 cricket. But still, I believe you got to have strong basics to just perform in this format also. It depends. I mean, you need experience in all formats. I mean, it's not necessary that you need new players in T20 cricket. When the pressure is there, you need experience and you need skills to just get your team through. And for that reason, I think even some of your younger players can really come and perform, but still I believe experience is important. I still believe that Pakistan can really perform well in that game. It depends on how what we're going to really get there in terms of the pitch. But I still believe that it's whenever India-Pakistan plays, it's between the Indian batting lineup and Pakistan's bowling lineup. And let's see how we bowl and how if the pitch is really good, we have chances. We have chances, and that could be really a good match to just watch.
England have got spinners who have never been to India, let alone played in India, so that will not help England, although I expect them to do quite well because they are in the weaker group. I'm not too. It's the beauty of T20. You've got the established players there, the Kohlis and people like that who you know are going to be stars. You're never quite sure who is going to emerge in this one at all. But it's a very open tournament. Anything can happen in T20. But at the moment, the big form team, the big favourites, the one that everybody has to beat, who come into the tournament, I think it's 10 wins and 1 defeat this year, of course, is India. And my gut feeling tells me if anybody manages to beat India, they will be the champions.
Well, that is all for this week's episode of Zee Connect. Do write into us with your feedback on our Facebook page or on our Twitter page. And in case you happen to miss any episode, worry not. Just log on to YouTube and type in Zee Connect Season 5 and voila, we'll be right there. Also, if there are any other interesting stories that you'd like us to feature on the show, do write into us and we'll be more than happy to do that. Well, I'll see you next week with more exciting stories that happen in the UAE. Till then, this is Shamali saying goodbye.